is Sonic High School Hoops presented by South College. We're back in Williamson County. The season is on the line for a pair of District 10 rivals. Region semifinal night across the mid-state. Win and you're a win away from the state tournament, but lose and your season is over. And here in 4A and at Franklin High School, it's the 24-5 Admirals on their home floor taking on the 18-13 Centennial Cougars. It's their fourth meeting of the year, but the first one with stakes this high. And welcome in, everybody. So great to have you with us here tonight, along with former head coach Kevin Maggard. It's Jeff M. here with you. Kevin, for a broadcaster, for a fan, this is one of the great nights on the basketball calendar because the drama and the intensity of this night is just unmatched. What about for a coach and a player?
Yeah, for a coach, it's really the preparation, getting ready for the game, because you know it's an elimination game. But it's a big moment. It's big opportunities for these guys, especially for the fourth time. You know your opponent well. It's the little details that's going to play out who's going to be victorious tonight.
Franklin won the first three matchups. The last one was tight. In fact, the second one was tight, too. They met during the district semis. Now they meet in the region semis. Let's take a look at some firepower that we are going to see tonight. Starting for Centennial, in college he'll be a wing. Right now he's a 6'7" point guard, Daniel Patton.
Yeah, Daniel Patton's going to handle the ball tonight. He's 6'7", averaging 17.5 points a game and 5 rebounds. He does so much for Centennial tonight. They're going to rely upon him to make plays, win paint touches, and then kick out and find shooters. He's going to be an important factor tonight, especially as he matches up versus Christian Brown and Franklin. So big opportunity for Patton to prove himself tonight in a game that Centennial has an opportunity to win. With Christian Brown, the James Madison commit, Mr. Basketball finalist tonight, averaging 21 points a game and 11.5 rebounds a game. The ball is going to run through him tonight on the offensive floor for Franklin. The many touches he's going to get, finding cutters, finding shooters. Defense is going to key on him tonight, but this is what he's used to tonight. That's why he's going to play Division I basketball. He makes great decisions, and it's going to be an important opportunity for him tonight on his home floor to lead Franklin into the region championship in the state tournament.
And here's the South College path to success for each team in tonight's game. South College, where dreams find direction. Can Centennial find a way to get some matchups they like?
Yeah, essentially what they're going to try to do tonight, they're going to run some motion offense, but they want to put guys in ball screens. They want to create some mismatches to allow Patton to be able to win the paint, find some shooters, and take advantages of opportunities. On the defensive side, one of the things that they've done in the past 3 games is double Brown when he gets the ball in the post. Tonight they want to go single coverage. If they can win single coverage, they stay connected to shooters, and they're going to have opportunities to win the rebound total tonight versus Franklin. Franklin on the offensive side, they're going to go inside out. Brown's going to get touches into the post, be able to find cutters and shooters, and then most importantly for them on defense, they got to avoid defensive breakdowns. And talking to Coach Tigert, they got to make sure they know their scouting report, get connected to shooters, and don't let them get easy looks on the outside.
District 10 has been as loaded as ever. Tonight it's all on the line. Winner gets Independence on Thursday. The loser is done. Admirals and Cougars next. We are set to go for a region semifinal. Franklin and Centennial, and off we go. The Cougars, the road team in light blue. Franklin on their home floor in white. And off we go in Williamson County. Region semi elimination game here for you on MyTV 30 for the season finale of our coverage here of high school hoops. Christian Brown all over Rylan McKelvey in a turnover against Centennial.
Instantly turnover. They got a switch. Brown gets onto him, but great defense. They've got him in the corner there. You can't get into the corner in that first possession. Not exactly what Coach Moore wanted on that first possession, winning the jump ball.
Cole Kaiser, the sophomore point guard, brings it up for Franklin. Sam Newborn, Jetty Jarrett playing catch. Now Kaiser. This is Xander Johnson. Those are the 4 alongside the great Christian Brown. Brown trying to get a little bit of a lane. Knocks into Patton and knocks him over for an offensive foul.
That's exactly what we were talking about in the opening. Single coverage. Patton got him one-on-one right there. A little help from the top. But getting the first foul on Brown is an important thing there for Centennial. Great defensive stop there by Patton.
Boy, any kind of foul trouble for Brown changes everything for both teams.
Correct, exactly. The dynamics will change. Here's our ball screen again.
Daniel Patton running the point. 6'7", future college player, only a junior, but one of several Cougars who's gotten a lot of experience the last few years, even before their senior year. This is a foul inside against Franklin. And that is going against Xander Johnson. So second team foul early on the Admirals, who come in at 24-5. Tempo will be a key tonight. Centennial ideally would like to get into a little bit more of a track meet.
Great set.
Ezel for three. Carter Ezel, hot shooter, 38% from downtown. Cougars have the lead.
That's a great wrinkle there by Coach Moore. 2 curls to bring Carter Ezel right off of an elevator screen right to the corner. Big shot for him to make it there to start the game.
Ezel along with Daniel Patton and then Rylan McKelvey, sort of the big three for Centennial in terms of scoring. McKelvey 15 a game, Patton nearly 18. Ezel averages 11. Johnson the kick out, the pass deflected. Now Kaiser off the mark, and the rebound into the hands of Riley Turner.
Got numbers.
Kenai Johnson, two-sport standout, one of several football players for Centennial, also playing basketball. McKelvey gets cut off. And a reset here for Patton.
Yeah, looked like they were trying to create a ball screen action. Now they're spreading it out.
Johnson's got Brown on him. Turner lost it. Bodies to the floor. And a foul. It's going to bring it back to this end. Riley Turner on the personal foul for Centennial.
Yeah, they were trying to set up. Come to Brown. Patton was coming off of a double screen on the counter side. And just a turnover there because he was wide open on a second screen.
Here's another look at the Ezel three. Carter Ezel, just a junior. Got Ezel a junior, Patton's a junior, McKelvey's a junior, and then they start Riley Turner a senior, and Kenai Johnson a senior. So 3 juniors and 2 seniors in the starting lineup for the 18 and 13 Centennial Cougars. From way out, Newborn rings the bell.
Big shot there, Newborn with a 3. A little bit quicker than I think what Coach wanted an open 3 to take, but obviously a big shot there to get the momentum and get him on the board.
40% three-point shooter. Early signs are good for Franklin to hit from the perimeter to support Brown. And Patton lost it. It's going out of bounds and staying here.
Yeah, great job here. Gets his feet set. It's just a one more right there, top of the key, and he knocks it down. Great rhythm for him in the first shot.
Newborn averages 9 a game. Ezel, dangerous pass. Kaiser's got it, and to the other end for a deuce. And a goaltend will confirm it.
You know, those are the type of turnovers coaches really get frustrated with on an inbounds play at half court. It was a pick 6, basically, directly 2 points there for Franklin.
5-3 Admirals. Franklin switches on the screen, so Brown picks up McKelvey. He lost it. Another turnover by Centennial. Here comes Brown to Jetty Jarrett, a newcomer on this Franklin team this year. And Jarrett will play college ball at Division III Maryville College in St. Louis. He's one of their wings, brought some length to the team. He was at Webb School of Bell Buckle last year. Here's Jarrett from the corner. Brown battling for the rebound with Patton, and it's out of bounds, staying at this end, and that will take us to a timeout. 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. Franklin out to the early 5-3 lead. Cole Kaiser, the breakaway to put the Admirals up 2. Lead with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Tigert in his 6th year at Franklin, 18th overall year of coaching, and as a head man for the Admirals, he is 139-47. Last year they were 21-10, and they lost in this game. They lost in the region semis to Independence. Indy went on to win the 4A championship, and if Franklin wins tonight, they will get Independence in the region title game in this building on Thursday, and then Sub-State next week. This is the one to get. This is the elimination game. You win it, you get 2 more. Inside, it's Newborn. He's got 5, and it's 7-3 Franklin.
The thing that impresses most about Brown is his ability to see the floor. When he catches it in the post, he's a threat to make the pass to the counter side, find the open teammate. Patton with a great shot there, pull up 15-footer.
Daniel Patton, the 6'7" junior, has been very hot from downtown the last few games. 38% three-point shooter on the year, averages close to 18 a game. Gets his team back within a couple. And now Xander Johnson on the take, scores.
Good drive there by Xander Johnson, getting into the paint and finishing. He's a strong, athletic kid that can finish around the rim. They need those type of shots.
And Patton pulls the trigger on a deep three. It's rebounded by Brown. And he can handle it. Here he comes. Brown, the flush. What a statement for his first basket of the night.
Amazing job. Gets to his dominant hand, gets to the left hand, and finishes right over Patton. These are the type of stuff that brings the crowd into the ball game. That outstanding finish there by Brown.
And he'll go for the and one after the foul on Patton. That's a double victory there for Franklin. Brown the loud bucket and Patton the foul. Christian Brown misses the free throw. He's 70%.
That bucket ought to get the crowd into it, especially on the defensive end here. You start to see their intensity is going to pick up.
Here's Kez Zerker with the ball for Centennial. Checked in at the last stoppage and scores.
Yeah, great job. The one thing about him, he's not going to shoot a three. He's going to drive and get leverage and get to the paint. Great finish there by Kez.
He's occasionally been their fifth starter. They've rotated that fifth spot a little bit, depending on hot hand and matchup. Newborn again, speaking of hot hands.
2 for 2, great shot in the corner.
Boy, when Franklin's hitting shots like this, they are so tough.
Correct.
Patton, tough look, rebounded.
Off and running.
Carson Vaughn up to Brown. Again, trying to go downhill. The step through, good hands by Zerker.
A lot of contact there. There was no call, but great defensive there to get a strip and a stop.
McKelvey over to Patton, open, got it.
Big shot there. They cleared out the side. They kind of had him isolated on the right side. Great opportunity. He's feeling it from three. Like you said, he's been making more three-pointers, and he's starting to really get in a rhythm. That's a big shot for Centennial.
And a timeout taken, a 30-second timeout taken by Jason Tigert. Both teams feeling it right now from the perimeter. Here's a couple of examples.
Yeah, it's a great job there, driving and getting it into the paint and then kicking it back out, because that's where the weak spot is. When you turn around, you're going to have somebody in the corner. Great spacing. Here you see Patton, great opportunity in the right 45. Makes the three, had the whole side. He can either drive it or shoot the three. His confidence is brimming right now from the perimeter. That's going to make him a threat. Now they've got to come out and guard him more on the perimeter, which is going to open up opportunities to get it into the paint.
Yeah, it feels like, Kevin, we talk about matchups, and we talked to both coaches, and it sounded like Daniel Patton would be the guy guarding Christian Brown a lot. It'll be interesting to see how Franklin approaches guarding Patton, because that time he had a 6'3" player on him. He's going to get that three over that player every time. Like, does Brown guard Patton at all, or as much as Patton's going to guard Brown?
Correct, and I think that's why Centennial wants to get some ball movement, get a ball screen, and force a switch, because Franklin switches all screens, and then you're going to get somebody besides Brown on him, and it creates an opportunity for that mismatch. Now we see him down here, Patton and Brown fighting into the post.
Here's a one-on-one. Brown on Patton, star against star. Now Newborn finding Kaiser. Brown goes to the post. Conrad Jones in for the Admirals. 24 in white. Brown got around Patton. There's the double. And good recovery there by Centennial.
Yeah, great rotation on the defensive end.
Xander Johnson the miss, Brown the putback.
I mean, that's where he's so dangerous, right? I mean, you get a shot at the rim, you think you've done your job from the defensive end, and then the second chance opportunities really makes the difference.
Brown 11.5 rebounds per game. He's got about half of his team's total rebounds for the year. Ezel, tough shot, a little bit strong, knocked around, and a foul coming up against Centennial.
Yeah,
Carter Johnson.
Yeah, Carter Ezel there on the drive was a little bit off balance. Really didn't get a chance to square his feet. Got a great opportunity in the paint. Led to a tough shot and then obviously a foul. I like it here. Centennial's making them play at a different tempo, going 2-2-1 here. Now looking to create some opportunities in the trap.
Now they recover. Jones gets around Zerker. Xander Johnson. Yes.
Great skip on the counter side right there. Xander Johnson shooting with confidence. We talked to the coaches. We're like, he plays big against Centennial. It seems like he plays his best games against Centennial. Another opportunity there where he makes a corner three.
3 threes in the opening quarter for Franklin. Patton tries to step through, lost it. It's out of bounds, going to the Admirals.
Yeah, didn't get an opportunity. Looked like he was trying to draw the foul. Got Brown off his feet. Couldn't quite convert that. Here you see the paint touch and kick to the corner three. Great shot there by Xander. And if he didn't shoot that, he's got one more to Mewborn right there in the 45.
Inside of 10 seconds, Mewborn, hot quarter, misses that one. It'll go out of bounds with 4.4.
I love that shot. I love that shot. He's already made 2 in a row. I mean, yeah, I know there's 6 seconds to go, but the confidence he was feeling right there, they didn't get to shoot, or Centennial did a poor job of getting connected in their 2-2-1. Now Centennial's got a chance here, a much-needed opportunity to get a bucket here.
McKelvey inside midcourt, got bumped, and a foul. I think it's going to be on Jetty Jarrett with 0.8 on the clock. They're going on Colin Robinson for Franklin. Either way, it is sideline out of bounds with 0.8.
Yeah, look for here to bring Carter Ezel along the baseline and maybe get Patton on a quick lob.
There's Patton, and it's well defended inside by Carson Vaughn.
Yeah, great defensive there. With less than a second to go, is all they really do is try to get that lob.
Christian Brown and the Admirals control the first quarter. Brown with a thunderous dunk, and the Admirals on top of the Cougars by 9. Region semis elimination game, Williamson County. For the Bart Durham Injury Law halftime report, we'll showcase the UA Local 572 Scholar athletes, have a special interview with Franklin Principal Dr. Shane Pantall. First half highlights and more all coming up during the Bart Durham Injury Law halftime report. Bart Durham, you deserve to be paid for what you've gone through. Jeff Hem, Kevin Maggard, and our great MyTV30 crew back with you here at Franklin. Region semis, 1 quarter in the book in this elimination game. It's 19-10. Franklin. Kevin, 4th meeting of the year for these two teams, so sometimes the differences are going to be small. What stood out most in that opening quarter?
Well, the biggest thing is obviously Franklin shooting 67% from the field. Obviously, they're making shots. They're 8 of 12, so they're shooting at a very high percentage, and they've made 3 threes in that situation. So, great kick out right there.
Xander Johnson missed the shot, gets the putback, missed that one, gets another chance. And that one knocked out of bounds by Kenai Johnson. Still Franklin ball.
And there we go back. It's obviously 3 chances there for Franklin to score. Centennial's got to find a way to win those 50-50 balls when they come off the rim.
And now a foul before the ball even got inbounded. This is going to be on Kenai Johnson. That's 2 on the football, basketball standout Johnson. He's the only player right now with multiple fouls in this game. Brown and Patton each had 1 foul in that opening quarter. Now Franklin already with 3 threes. And now a foul inside, and that is going to be, is it on Brown? It looks like it's going to be.
Can't tell.
Oh, it's on Mewborn. All right, that's huge for Franklin. Anything that's not on Brown is a win for the Admirals. But Franklin hitting 3 threes, that is not in line with how some of their previous matchups went.
No, in the last 2 games versus Centennial, they've made 2 and 3 threes, so they've come out here in the first quarter and really established and made shots that's really changed the dynamics of the game.
Foul here on Jetty Jarrett. That's his first. Our officials tonight, Mark Morrison, Michael Woods, and Logan Greer. Holding down the fort here in this region semifinal game. The winner moves on to Thursday in this gym against Independence, which took down Nolensville before this one tonight. Here's Patton. Out to Turner. That's big for Centennial.
And that's textbook what Coach Moore was talking about. The reason he's in the game is he stretches the defense. There was a great job of using the ball screen. He refused it, found the shooter in the corner.
Turner, the football quarterback, basketball standout, and a newer starter in their lineup. Now McKelvey has two, and here come the Cougars.
Little 5-0 run right there. You start to sense the tempo picking up, and that's what Coach talked about. He wants to play at a faster pace, increase the number of possessions. Those two situations speaking to the game plan.
Xander Johnson for three.
I don't think Coach was anticipating that kind of hot start from Franklin shooting the three, but Xander makes another one.
And Ezel stepped out of bounds. You know, anybody who's followed District 10 this year will hear someone say they're going to play up tempo, and they say, oh yeah, right. District 10 is such a meat grinder that the pace just gets slowed down by the good defense. But Centennial, when they're right, they do get up and down, and Franklin is really not built that way.
Yeah, correct. So obviously I think the tempo, if they can maintain this tempo, this is in Centennial's favor here. They just got to make sure they limit some opportunities and get Franklin to miss one or two shots and then get out in transition.
So many games this year in Williamson County and in this district were in the 40s. Sometimes even less than that, depending on the night, just because the defense was so good, the district so deep. That one's good for Robinson.
Great paint touch, great creation of leverage, and then finding the corner shooter. Patton to answer.
Got it. Boy, they are making shots now.
I don't know what's happening here. I'm excited here because at CPA, we would play at a fast pace, and we're shooting a lot of threes, so I'm loving the energy in the gym and the amount of threes being made.
Boy, the fans are loving this, too. 25-18 Franklin. Now Brown against Patton. It's a one-on-one, and Brown wins it with a dunk.
There's a great move there. Great footwork. One of the things about Brown is his footwork is so good, and when he catches in the post and making the read. You know, they went single coverage there with Patton, and I know you're like, wow, they gave up 2 points and a dunk, but they've made 4 threes. What they've got to do is make those contested twos at the rim and limit it to one shot. He's going to score in the paint. That's why he's going to James Madison. But you've got to take away those second chance opportunities the next time down the floor.
And Brown is so good, he can win you a lot of games just effectively by himself. When Franklin's supporting cast is making perimeter shots like this, good luck.
Yeah, correct. Centennial's got to hope that cools off a little bit and they can continue to play at their pace.
Good take by Patton, draws a foul against Xander Johnson. That's 2 now on Johnson. We're going to see Carson Vaughn check back in for the Admirals. Yep. And it's going to be Jarrett going out.
I thought we had a call there, foul at the rim.
Timeout on the floor inside of 5 minutes before halftime. The Admirals on their home floor, up 9. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll showcase the Sonic player of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. Centennial's Daniel Patton will be at the free throw line here as we bring you back into Franklin High School. The Admirals on top of Centennial by a score of 27-18. And Patton, a 78% free throw shooter as he settles in at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. Misses the first one.
Love the fact that Patton was still attacking the rim. He's made some threes tonight from the perimeter, but obviously getting to the rim puts pressure on Franklin's defense. He needs to convert these free throws here so they can set the defense. This will be big to see if they get back into a 2-2-1 press here, create some tempo.
9 for Patton. Carson Vaughn with the ball right now for Franklin. Jetty Jarrett, Colin Robinson in there along with Christian Brown and Sam Newborn. This is Alex Catawalla guarding Brown, and Catawalla just picked up a foul. Patton was coming over for a double team, but the foul was called first.
Yeah, you're going to see probably some double teams here in that situation with the matchups, looking to create the doubles when Brown catches in the post.
McKelvey, Ezel, Zerker, and Patton, the rest of the Centennial lineup, inside of 4.5 minutes before halftime. Brown gets cut off. Good hands by Patton. Keep it here. And anything for Brown that is that far away from the basket in and of itself is a win for Centennial.
Absolutely. One of the things to pay attention to the next time he catches in the post. Love to see Carson Vaughn. He cuts from the backside. That's called a burn cut right there to be able to pull the defense when the eyes are located on Brown. He's been able to find that guy often for a layup.
Robinson, the take. Good defense inside by McKelvey. Patton trying to make something happen, but he traveled.
Yeah, he's got to win that matchup right there. One-on-one, he's got to get to the rim and finish and make the official call a foul and get to the rim. He allowed the contact to push him out, led him into a travel.
So here's Robinson, just a sophomore. We saw Cole Kaiser, the starting point guard. He's also just a sophomore. You have Brown, the senior, Jarrett, the senior, Mewborn, the senior. But there is some youth on this Franklin team, and Robinson's got a very bright future, even though for now on this team he comes off the bench. Brown inside, so easy.
Can't get him left. You can't let him get to his left hand. He got to his left hand right there. That's his dominant hand. They've got to be able to force him to his right and force him in. They emptied the side of the floor. Great design there by Coach in order to get him to his strong hand, because when you put a shooter in the corner, it's hard to help off of that.
And Brown lost his shoe. Let's see here. There it came off. So they blew the whistle. And Franklin will take a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I think they gave him a timeout there because he asked for that. I think the official would have normally just said, your shoe came off, let's stop play and let him put him on. But since he called for the timeout, he honored the timeout in that situation.
All right, so the Admirals are up by 10. I mean, don't you think they have to love the way this game has gone so far? Not just that they've got the lead, but how they've got the lead?
Yeah, absolutely, because they've established their pace of what they want to do, and then when they're making shots, it makes it seem like they're playing faster, but they're actually in the rhythm of what they want to do. When Brown gets touches, that forces the defense to adjust, and their ball movement, they've been able to swing it from one side of the floor to the other and then find shooters and be able to knock them down. That's big. Going 5 of 8 from threes early on in this game, it feels like they've made 10 threes, to be honest, and that's the effect that it has on the course of the game.
And if you told Jeremy Moore of Centennial, hey, late second quarter, you'll be shooting 64% from the field, you'll have 4 threes, he'd say, great. They're down 10 somehow. They're not playing poorly.
No, they're not playing poorly. This game is played, and it's the shooting at a very high percentage, and so deep shot.
Rebounded by Vaughn.
But yeah, both teams like probably where the pace is, but the ability of making shots right now has been able to dictate lob.
Robinson to Brown. 2 more for Brown, and he's into double figures with 10.
Yeah, give Robinson credit there. He was able to get to the paint, get a lob there, and obviously he finishes that. You can't have those turnovers.
Costly turnover on Centennial. They're 8th already.
Yeah, you got to eliminate those turnovers there, because you're just not even getting a chance to get a shot, especially with the percentage that Franklin is shooting right now.
Yeah, 8 turnovers. I'd say at least half are unforced right now for Centennial. Here's Patton guarding Brown. Brown goes to his right, to the middle, and traveled.
Great job defensively there. You forced him to spin to his right for a left-hander. That's a little bit more uncomfortable, even for Brown, a high-level Division I player. But it forces him to his weak hand, led to a turnover. They've got to have more of those, but they need a bucket right here. They have to have some positive momentum on the offensive end.
2.5 to go before the break. Centennial down a dozen. Here's Ezel. Hit a 3 early, quiet since. Finds Patton backdoor, but there's Brown. And the feed inside got taken away by Vaughn.
Brown's going to get nothing credit for that in terms of block shot, but his presence alone forced Patton to make a turnover there, because he couldn't go and finish probably like everybody else in the league he could.
And Brown with a bad miss from downtown. Doesn't shoot a ton of those, but percentage-wise on the year, 37% for 3. There's the tearjerker from McKelvey to break the spell.
Well, great touch there. I like the fact when he gets to the paint, because what it does bring Brown over. He's not boxing out on the weak side. If he misses the shot, Patton's got a great chance to get the offensive putback.
McKelvey averages 15 a game. He's got 4 in the first half. He's a very attack-minded guard for Centennial. 10-point game.
Probably some patience right here for Franklin. Coach wants to be able to use some clock right here with 90 seconds to go and up 10. They're not going to just take any shot. They're going to take a great shot if they can find the opportunity. Otherwise, they'll probably hold for 1.
8 in the first half for Mewborn as he is guarded by Ezel. Good hands by Patton. Up to Ezel. And Ezel, goaltending. Count the basket.
Going back, that single coverage. Patton wins that battle, gets a deflection. Carter Ezel right here in transition. He sees him on the counter side. Get it to the glass as quick as possible. It led to the goaltender.
Easier said than done, but as a coach, do you tell your guys, hey, don't be fearful of getting your shot blocked by a guy like Brown?
Correct, 100%. You're like, get it to the rim. Make him make a play to play. If you worry about him, like in the previous play with Patton, it's going to be a turnover. I'd rather have a missed shot and a chance for an opportunity to get the rebound than a turnover.
Carson Vaughn's first basket of the night puts Franklin back up by 10. Kenai Johnson, no points in the opening half. He averages 4 per game. Now Ezel with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to hope for one here. What matchups do they want to get right here? Look who they're going to put in a ball screen or what type of set they're going to run. They love running the double screen, bringing a shooter off the counter side. Good drive.
McKelvey got around Jarrett, but traveled.
I didn't think they were going to call it. It was so delayed. He took an extra step. I thought he was already at the rim and going to get the bucket.
Turnover number 10 on Centennial in the opening half.
Yeah, the bad news is he went a little soon. If you're going to hope for one shot, you don't want to attack that soon. Now Franklin's got a chance to get a bucket to finish it.
Robinson from the logo. Now to the corner. Lost it. Patton will heave it up. No good, and that'll take us to halftime. And Franklin led by 9 after 1, leading by 10 at the break. Elimination game here in Williamson County, and right now the Admirals and Christian Brown on their way, up 10 at intermission. Donation courtesy of MyTV30 and Sonic High School Hoops. Dr. Shane Pansall, principal of Franklin High School, joining us here. The Admirals at the break with a 10-point lead on Centennial.
For what you've gone through.
You're watching the Bart Durham Injury Law halftime report. Let's take a look at some first half highlights, starting with the Cougars. Kevin, what were they doing well when they were getting looks like this?
Well, early on, the execution was really good. Offensively, you see the spacing. You get Patton with a 3 in the corner. You know, obviously, where they're stretching now, Franklin on their end, obviously they made 5 threes on 7 assists. Their ball movement has been good, and then their defense creates their offense right here. And then obviously, anytime you're getting Brown downhill, that's going to bound to happen where he's going to get an opportunity to score in the paint. But I just love how much they're moving the basketball. Once again, 7 assists that they've made. That just shows that they're willing to share the ball to the open teammate. Everybody has a chance to score it, and obviously that makes them hard to guard. And then they get single coverage with Brown getting to the post.
Brown's got 10. Johnson and Newborn with 8. Even though he lost a shoe, Christian Brown with an impressive first
report. You deserve to be paid for what you've gone through.
Jeremy Moore in his 5th season as the head coach at Centennial, 7 years in Rutherford County at Laverne as head coach and athletic director before that. Some history at Mount Juliet, a few years in this district already back in the day with Independence. And now he's got the Cougars a half away from a region final and sub-state appearance. But they've got a rally in the second half. They're down 10. As we welcome you back inside Franklin High School on Region Semifinal night. Jeff Hem and Kevin Maggard here with you and our MyTV30 crew. But Kevin, it's interesting. You look at Centennial. They won the battle in the first half as far as getting the tempo more on their terms than on Franklin's terms. Yet Franklin took more shots and has the 10-point lead.
Yeah, the 10 turnovers are other difference. Obviously, both teams are shooting it at a high percentage, but the turnovers are hurting Centennial. They've got to cut those turnovers in half. They've got to eliminate those turnovers, give themselves some opportunity. As good as they're shooting the basketball at over 60%, that gives them opportunities to score. And then once again, they're winning the rebound total. They're 50-50. For them, that's a win compared to what they've had in the past. They've got to figure out a way to limit those situations, limit those second chance opportunities because of 4 offensive rebounds in the first half for Franklin.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll showcase the Sonic drive of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. And here we go. Third quarter, Centennial, the road team in their light blue. Franklin home floor, top seed. They're in white. Rylan McKelvey cut off by Christian Brown.
Got mismatch here, Patton.
Patton against Xander Johnson has got 2 fouls. Patton got around him, but missed the bunny. Tipped in and one. Zerker, the answer.
That's a great job right there. Once again, they got the switch that they wanted. They got the ball reversal. Patton got Xander one-on-one in the left 45. And then obviously great job of offensive rebound there with a chance for a three-point play. Here you see Patton getting to his left hand, get it on the rim. Obviously he's going to go for the block shot, which leaves a chance for an offensive rebound.
And the and one is good for Zerker. He's got 5 points.
That was big right there for Centennial. Coming out of the half, they start with the ball. Now they're trying to create a trap, create some different tempo. I love this.
Here's Brown against McKelvey. Gets rid of it quickly. Jetty Jarrett goes right back to Johnson, who got bothered by Zerker's defense. Good stop by Centennial.
Yeah, great closeout there. I love that pursuing the basketball and led them into a missed shot. Now they've got an opportunity.
Zerker dropped the pass from Ezell, and then Patton commits a foul to avoid the run out of Kaiser. Franklin wants an intentional foul. Not going to win that argument, but that is the second foul on Daniel Patton.
Yeah, that was a frustration foul right there. They had some momentum on their side, created a turnover, frustration foul by Patton, but in some ways may eliminate an easy 2 points for Franklin if they can get a stop. Here's we see the single coverage. Patton on Brown, the matchup we talked about.
Jetty Jarrett still has not scored. Now Patton to step through. That's pretty. Got around Kaiser.
And that's the difference from what we saw in the first half when he allowed contact to force him into a turnover. That time he goes Euro step and finishes at the rim. Great finish there by Patton.
5-point game. Good start to the second half here for the Cougars. Johnson pulls the definitive trigger on this one. Got the roll, but no, it hit the wire. It hit the wire and will not count.
Yeah, obviously he's made some early threes. The earlier one, the previous possession came down. They challenged the shot. Here he's open in the corner. Good +1 there. Just doesn't get the roll where it hits the wire.
So the Cougars down 5 and with the ball. Got to cut into this deficit to start the third. McKelvey. A guy Franklin wants to stay in front of. They cut him off. Jarrett on the switch. Again, Franklin switching on just about every screen.
Yeah, I love bringing Ezell right off a single side screen. Now they got Patton one-on-one on the wing.
Franklin likes to lean on their man-to-man defense. Brown, the hands on Patton. Numbers for Franklin.
Oh, they missed a double dribble right there. Missed another one. They got it.
They got it.
Yeah.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, they had two of them right there coming in transition. Xander got kind of flustered when the defense came up from behind. Turnover there for Centennial. That's what they needed. Obviously, they eliminate their turnovers, create some turnovers for Franklin, create the pace right here.
There aren't too many guys that Daniel Patton can't loop that pass around, but Christian Brown is one of them.
Exactly. Obviously, in most of those situations, he's going to find the cutter coming to the center of the floor. Just in that situation, I'd love for him to just go up and try to finish on top of him. Once again, a missed shot leads to an offensive rebound with Brown trying to go for the block.
Brown, the senior, the James Madison signee. Patton, the junior, already getting a lot of high mid-major interest. And that one is going to be a foul inside against Franklin. Brown pleading the defense's case for Franklin, but they've gotten him for his second foul.
Yeah, love it right here. Once again, he gets the ball on the rim, goes for the, looks like he may have had a little bit of goaltend, but there's your offensive rebound right there. Giving a second chance opportunity for Centennial. Tez Tinker doing a great job of hitting the offensive glass.
6 now for Zerker. And a 33-29 game now. Franklin has not scored in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. The door is open for the Cougars. They lost the first 3 times this year against Franklin. Mid-January, 57-35. The next 2 were close. Early February, 49-43. And then less than 2 weeks ago in the district semis over at Page, 48-43 was the final.
Great double team right there, helping down off the shooter, creating some transition. Ezell getting to the rim.
Got his man in the air. Brown comes in for the block. Zerker recovers.
Zerker is making great plays on the offensive end. He's been an offensive spark for them on offensive rebounds. That little extra possession, extra steal right there, gets an extra possession here for Centennial. Now trying to set a double high ball screen.
Zerker only a junior. So many of these Centennial players coming back next year. Patton airballs the three, and it's going to be Franklin ball.
Yeah, had an opportunity one-on-one there with Brown. Got an opportunity. I want to see him attack the rim right there. Keep putting Brown, make him play defense, put him in a situation where he has to challenge at the rim because offensive rebounds.
Centennial, a 7-0 start to the third. We got a ball game in Franklin. Later in tonight's game, we'll showcase the Sonic player of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. And Christian Brown, as you would figure, leading the Admirals right now. He's got 10 points, a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists, a couple of dunks, a block, and a steal for the James Madison signee. And Daniel Patton leading everybody with 11 right now for Centennial. The Cougars on a 7-0 run to start the third quarter. Franklin ball against pressure. And a timeout taken by the Admirals right after they had one.
I like great adjustment there by Coach Moore. Obviously goes full court, man, creates some pressure, shows single coverage, and all of a sudden, as soon as he gets it back, they go into a quick double team. Essentially, that forces them into a timeout. That's a great job making an adjustment. Staff is well prepared as they talk about it. What are they going to do coming out to show them something different so they can't just run a set that Coach Tigert has called out of the timeout.
Fun atmosphere here tonight. Region semifinal. Again, earlier tonight in this gym, Independence beat Nolensville. So Independence moves on. Nolensville's season comes to a close, and Independence will play the winner of this game on Thursday night in this gym in the region final. Tonight is an elimination game. You win this one, you can take the deep breath. You know you will go to sub-state. It's just about who you're going to play, where you're going to play them. And you're one win away from the state tournament if you can win this game. This is one of the most dramatic nights on the high school basketball calendar in Middle Tennessee. Region semi-night. Every coach, every player knows about the intensity of this night. And you get a matchup here of teams playing each other for the fourth time. And right now it's a 3-point game midway through this third quarter.
Yeah, let's see what they do coming out defensively, coming out of the timeout. They backed off a little bit of pressure, just being man. See what Franklin wants to run here.
Colin Robinson, sophomore backup point guard. Doesn't start, but plays high-level AAU ball, getting college looks already. Jetty Jarrett, first points of the night for Jarrett.
Got the defensive fly-by, a little sidestep into a one-dribble three. Big bucket for him since he hadn't scored tonight, but obviously that's a big bucket right there.
Averages about 7.5 per game. And that's the kind of dynamic he's brought to this Franklin team after being at Webb School of Bell Buckle last year. Zerker, the answer.
Big shot there by Zerker, shooting 25% on the year, but makes a big three at the time to match. Coming up what Franklin did to get it back to a 3-point ball game.
10 for Zerker off the bench tonight. Averages 5, had 6 on Saturday. 3-point game.
Yeah, I like this little two-man game with Robinson and Brown here. Makes it really hard for Centennial to guard. Great offensive rebound.
Carson Vaughn to put back.
He does all the little stuff for Franklin. Everything from the weak side, offensive rebound, cut to the basket. He's the glue guy then for Franklin, making those type of plays.
So here's Patton against Vaughn. Now the switch. There's Brown picking up Patton. The headliners going one-on-one, and Patton draws a foul, and that is number 3 on Christian Brown.
Love the aggressiveness there by Patton. Once again, he didn't just settle for perimeter shot. Put his head down, get to the rim. They're not double teaming him. Getting a foul on Brown is big here. Opportunity to convert some free throws here to cut it to a 3-point ball game.
Okay, Coach. 2:39 to go in the third. Brown's got 3. Are you taking him out?
No, I'm not taking him out right now because you're going to trust him, right? He's been playing for you earlier. He's a Mr. Basketball finalist. I'm not going to take him out right now. I'm going to trust him as a senior. He's going to know in that next situation, he's just going to have his hands back, avoid the contact because he's valuable on both ends of the floor. And so I'm not going to take him out right now.
Patton got them both. 13 for Patton on a night where they knew he would need a big one. Jeremy Moore loves it. It's back to a 3-point game. Here comes Cougars pressure. Vaughn lost it. Turnover. Zerker Numbers for the Cougars. Where do they go? McKelvey. Blocked from behind by Brown. Out of bounds, still Centennial ball.
Yeah, great play there by Brown. He was straight up and had his hand on top of it. Really no chance of getting a foul called here. Not at this level. Not with this veteran crew that we have and officials. They're not going to make that type of call. Great job by Brown.
Johnson into Patton. McKelvey. Back to Patton. He got Vaughn in the air. Lost the handle, though.
Got to attack the rim right here.
Kenai Johnson cut off. Ezel looking for a lane. Got it.
Yeah, the difference there, Brown couldn't go for the block shot because of the foul. You've got to take advantage of it. He's going to stay on the floor. You've got to continue to attack the rim because he's got to be a little bit more conservative in challenging shots.
And a small but mighty Centennial faithful making noise now. They've got this within a 1-point game. Vaughn the offensive rebound. Picked up by Ezel.
Oh, no call.
Hard contact by Jarrett. Bodies flying everywhere. Brown gets taken down by McKelvey. Wow. Boy, the energy level just went up in this place tenfold.
Yeah, two really hard plays right there on the ball. I love the foul on the floor, though, right? You're going to make sure he had his hand on top of it. They're going to call it on the floor. That's a great job of McKelvey to make sure he doesn't get a chance for a 2-point. But the two plays prior to that created more intensity on that particular foul. Right, that's just a great play on the ball, but when you're 6'7" and that athletic, you got to come in hard and you got to put your hands on the basketball right there.
Christian Brown is getting, I think, a little bit of a tape job on the left wrist.
Probably had some blood to cover it up so he doesn't have to come out of the game. Great job there by the athletic training staff to get and keep him on the floor.
So Mewbourne will inbound a 1-point lead for Franklin and the ball. 90 seconds left in the third. Mewbourne out to Kaiser, saves it. Jarrett got free around his man. There's Patton, the answer.
Great block there. Great challenge at the rim. Great defensive play there. Brown's going to be in the post. He can come and help in that situation, right? Because those guys are trying to finish at the rim. Love that block shot there. Being aggressive. His confidence is up where his team is at here late in the third. Good steal.
Here's McKelvey to the other end. And Centennial has taken the lead.
Going back to the tempo, we talked about it at the half. They've increased the tempo and their energy, and it's forced Franklin to play at a different pace that they're not used to.
39-38 Cougars. Kaiser to Brown. Franklin back on top. Are you not entertained?
Yeah, Kaiser, great job as the point guard, averaging 3.5 assists per game to lead the team. Great job, great vision to find Brown in the dunker spot to finish it. Got the matchup they want right here. He doesn't need the ball screen. You just need to let him go one-on-one right here on the wing if you're going to clear the side.
Everybody's getting full at this dinner table tonight. 1-point game late in the third. Back and forth. Bitter Williamson County rivals. Come on.
Yeah, the energy all of a sudden is picked up in the third quarter. The fouls have gotten harder. The ability to attack the rim. Now with Centennial holding for one shot here. What is Coach Moore going to do to create the matchup that he wants? He talked about mismatches. Let's see what he gets right here at the end of the third.
Patton against Johnson.
Got to watch the 5 count right here with Xander.
Trying to shake him. Has not shaken him yet.
That's
it's off Patton's
knee.
leg. And staying at this end is the initial ruling. And there are 5 Admirals playing referee right now.
Yeah, it looked like it went off the knee. They wanted that call. Yeah. So now they're going to get the ball out on the side here with 5 seconds. The rhythm's off the set.
Johnson recrosses inside. Zerker got to get it up. It got blocked by Brown, who volleyballs it away. And Franklin, after leading by 10 at the break, has the narrowest of leads as we go to the fourth. Rylan McKelvey putting Centennial on top. Christian Brown putting the Admirals back on top. What more?
Forgot about that. Nice.
Tonight's Sonic drive of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. Franklin on top by a point. Admirals ball to start the fourth quarter. winner moves on and is one win away from the state tournament. The loser is done. All the drama you could want with 1 quarter left for these two rivals.
Quick double into the post.
Kaiser, the skip to Mewborn. Short on it.
See, I like that double team because you're helping off a Kaiser who's not going to take the quick three, right? So he's going to catch it and make the reversal. Great job of Centennial scrambling and getting back to a shooter.
McKelvey has the Cougars back on top. He's done that twice.
Yeah, he's playing to his strength, right? He's getting downhill. He recognizes he's got a mismatch, and he knows that Brown can't be as aggressive. Love his aggressiveness to getting to the rim.
Independence waits the winner of this one on Thursday.
Cannot help off of him.
Mewborn all the way in. Missed it. Tapped around. Brown again. Into the hands of the Cougars. Brown came flying after the ball, and if they've gotten Brown, that's 4. And it is on Christian Brown, who just picked up his 4th fouls. Now, Coach, what are we doing?
Now, you got to take him out right now with 6 minutes to go. You're only down 1 point. Obviously, it's going to be possession type of game. And give Brown great credit right there. A little bit frustrated that he missed a putback, right? That's probably why the foul happened, because he's trying to be aggressive, make a play on the ball. But now you're probably going to need to get him out here just to protect him, because you're going to need him late right here. But your guys have shown that he's been the central focus, but everybody's been playing well. You're shooting it well. You're going to find chances to get some opportunities to score the basketball.
He does come out. Carson Vaughn comes in. Mr. Basketball finalist Christian Brown, on his home floor in an elimination game, at least for now, is going to sit with 4 fouls.
Be interesting what Centennial does here. What are they going to get as a look? Love this back screen to give McKelvey in the post.
Ezel, the take and the score.
There's the difference. When Brown's out of the game, they were able to execute a great offensive set. They ran an opportunity to get it into the post, got Ezel on a tight curl, and he finishes at the rim. Good ball movement. Good paint touch.
Kaiser recovers. Out to Jetty Jarrett.
Good skip.
Rebounded by Ezel. It is all in the favor of the Cougars right now. Patton fouled at the rim by Jarrett. Free throws coming.
Great job in transition. You see the pace picking up. I love how hard they're pushing the ball right there. And Patton's getting downhill and getting to the rim.
Brown comes out back-to-back. Centennial Cougars going hard to the hoop.
Yeah, took advantage when Brown's coming out. You see he's checking in right now. Coach is going to get an offensive possession out of him right here to see an opportunity after the free throws here to get Brown back into the game. And I love Robinson coming back in the game as well. He made a lot of stuff happening, getting to the paint, because he's got so much quickness to be able, and as a left-hander, he's really hard to guard. It's a little difficult to guard left-handers because they're so good at getting to the rim.
One more for Patton at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. He's got it. Patton's got a game-high 14, and Centennial with its largest lead at 4. Robinson. Now they got Brown inside with a mismatch on Johnson.
Yeah,
Can they get it to him?
Got the switch that they wanted. Robinson, great speed.
Now they get it to him with a tough pass. There's the double team and a foul against the Cougars inside. It's on Zerker.
Yeah, great job of Robinson feeding the post. There wasn't a clean catch by Brown into the post, but obviously he's going to draw the double. He's going to get through that contact.
Mewborn inbounding. Now Centennial resets with Patton on Brown. Brown. Oh, did he travel? He did.
Yep.
I could call that one.
Yeah, he did. He traveled. I loved his reverse pivot and get to his left hand, but didn't quite get to the jump stop to be strong and finish it. But great job of Ezel coming on the help side, hands high. That's textbook defense. He met him outside the lane. Love the rotation in the help side defense.
Yeah, Franklin is all out of sorts right now.
I'd love to see McKelvey once again start getting opportunities. He's got Robinson on him as a sophomore to get downhill.
Patton around Brown, who's playing with 4 fouls. There's some contact. No call, though, and rebounded inside. No, jump ball. Jump ball, Johnson and Zerker. Possession arrow to Centennial.
I love that no call there because Patton did create the contact. Brown was straight up. He did a good job of holding his hands high. Patton created it, just couldn't quite finish it.
I agree. I think they made the right call. There was a lot of breath holding going on. Then there's Brown. Hello at the glass.
No goaltending.
Patton wanted a goaltend. It's out of bounds. Turned over by Franklin. But Brown was up high. It looked like a goaltending. Let's see.
Yeah, it sure did. It looked like from first glance, It looks like he got it, and they just missed that call. Results in a turnover here. Let's see if Centennial can take advantage of a good break.
Yeah, we've got a timeout on the floor. Oh, my. Down the stretch we go in Franklin. Centennial by 4 inside of 5 minutes. Later tonight, we'll showcase the Sonic player of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. And the Stars, the headliners, have been at the forefront tonight. Daniel Patton with 14 right now for Centennial. The Cougars lead by 4. Christian Brown with a dozen for Franklin, but also 4 fouls. And right now he is back on the Admirals bench.
Yeah, great job there by Coach getting him out here on the defensive end. Look, if there's a chance here on offense on a dead ball situation, they'll bring him back in.
Patton finds an open Ezel.
Good rotation on the defensive end.
Gets around Vaughn. Nice feed inside, but Jarrett blocked Zerker's shot from behind.
Well, that's a great job on rotation on both ends of the floor right there, but that's a great job by Franklin rotating and then getting the block shot.
Newborn. Franklin needed that. Didn't get it. Xander Johnson the rebound. Robinson gets free. And right now, Franklin just can't buy one.
Yeah, 2 good looks right there. Obviously, it starts with 4 minutes to go. You start to see urgency to score right there. Needed one of those buckets to go.
McKelvey, another one. Man, how huge has he been down the stretch?
And they talked about it. Coach Moore talked about that. He's that guy that is able to get to the paint, win it, and he wins one-on-one matchups, and he's doing that tonight. Forces Franklin to call a timeout.
Centennial is outscoring Franklin 23-7 in the second half. 16-7 in the third, and 7-0 right now in the fourth. And the Cougar faithful loving it right now in this rivalry showdown with the season hanging in the balance.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity here. You see him get into the lane, just outside the lane, but that's his shot, right? He's getting into the paint where he scores these 8-10 footers, but it puts pressure on him. The young sophomore guarding him. He recognizes he's got the strength advantage. We talk about Centennial. They've got football guys. Coach Moore talked about that they're rounding into shape. They're playing their best basketball, and that's what you want to do at this time of the year. If you're trending in the right direction right now, you're like, the records don't matter. 25 wins, 18 wins. Brett, how are you playing right now in March matters, and these guys are rounded into shape, and they've got the momentum up here, like you said, 23-7 in the second half.
Yeah, Centennial 18-13 overall. They went 6-8 in this very tough district. Part of that was starting 0-4 because of the late bloom from football season. Jeremy Moore said, look, it's hard to kind of find out rotations and get guys acclimated when you're in the season, and that's what they had to do with some of the football hangover. So this is a late season rising team that nobody in District 10 ever takes lightly. And right now the Cougars lead by 6. There's Christian Brown back in for the Admirals. 4 minutes left.
See what they're running here. I would anticipate getting Brown right here into the post. Great drive.
Reverse, and it Cole Kaiser.
Well, that's a big play that they needed out of him right there. Doesn't often look to score, but great opportunity to get to the counter side on the rim and get a layup.
Now Patton to the rack, gets fouled. And again, it's not just that Brown's got the 4 fouls and it's limited the playing time in the fourth quarter. It limits the defensive approach.
And once again, they lifted him. He was in the right side of the floor. They lifted him. And so now Patton's got an opportunity to get to the rim. Got to convert free throws right here. This is a big moment right here for Centennial.
15 for Patton. Nothing but net. 78% free throw shooter. Getting high mid-major interest, and that's only going to grow. He's only a junior. He's their point guard at 6'7". Almost certainly will be a wing player in college, but he does it all for Centennial. Jeremy Moore's team going to press a little bit, up 6.
I love it. Just keep the intensity up. Right? It's only second foul of this quarter. I love it. What it is, it doesn't allow them to come up and come down instead of play. It makes them play in a havoc. Creating havoc gets teams out of rhythm, especially right now. I love that by Coach Moore.
It's 3 fouls on Kenai Johnson. Kaiser to Jarrett.
Good kick.
Short on it.
Great second chance.
Newborn.
Right here. Need it.
Boy, those perimeter shots were falling early. There's Brown with a putback. Franklin's shooting in the second half has not been what it was in that first half from downtown.
You just keep hanging around, though. You get great second chance opportunities there for offensive rebounds. They just got to keep hanging around and give themselves a chance.
Patton knows he's got the advantage on Brown. Misses that shot. Got away from him a little bit there.
Yeah, he was just trying to draw the foul. He's got to be more aggressive. He's got to play off of 2 feet and go and finish. Oh, got to deliver that in the shooting pocket where he can catch and shoot that one. Too high of a pass for Xander to come down and get a shot.
Here's Brown.
Good cut.
Pass deflected by Patton. Still Franklin ball. 2:38 to go, and the Admirals down by 4.
You had Jarrett on a nice cut right there. Got deflected. It was a great ball movement, great people movement right there to get an opportunity to score. Love this screen right here on the side.
And a foul on the baseline against Centennial. It's on Ezel.
Great out-of-bounds play under that. Great execution. Brown sets the screen. Newborn's coming off. He's got a great chance to catch and shoot a 3 in the corner. He needs to get hot right here like he did in the first half.
One-on-one with Patton if he wants it. He does want it. Patton trying to sell it. It's a blocking foul.
Yeah.
Boy, they're trying to do all they can to get that 5th foul on him.
And I understand, but you can't change your tactic of walling up, being strong physically, because the chances are he's not going to create that type of foul where he's going to foul out. You got to make sure you wall up and take that away from him and not just try to sell it on both ends of the floor.
14 fouls on Centennial, so Franklin gets free throws on the next Cougars foul. 3 fouls right now for the Admirals. Brown left open. Missed it. Kaiser trying to fight for the rebound. Keeps it alive. And a foul is called against Franklin on Kaiser.
Great,
coach.
Yeah, great opportunity here. We know Brown can make that. He gets the deflection right there, and it's just a second effort. Looks like it's all ball right here. Loved his energy. He actually could have been standing out of bounds more than anything than a foul. But Kaiser, just, you know, this tournament time, right? The sophomore guard, they have a great tradition here at Franklin of point guards that and how to run a team to play. Reed Kemp currently playing at Maryville. Saw him play at Belmont earlier this year. They know how. Point guards here know how to play, and Kaiser's just continuing that legacy of great point guards.
Rylan McKelvey, big second half for the Cougars. He's got the ball right now. 2 minutes left.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by Jeremy Moore.
Like that timeout. I like that timeout. They want to get a good offensive possession here at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, Franklin's only got 1 timeout left. Centennial's got plenty, so Jeremy Moore using that to his advantage. Up 4. What's this conversation about, do you think?
Well, once again, probably going back to his strengths. What mismatches can we take advantage of? McKelvey right now has been winning the battle, getting to the paint and scoring it. It's one of the things they want to look at, making sure they get Brown lifted away from the basket to get opportunities at the rim. Brown's going to continue to be aggressive now at the 2-minute mark, right? He's going to make the officials have to call a foul, so he's going to play aggressive even with 4. What mismatch can we take? Can we get a great opportunity? And watching and studying Coach, they love these sets where they try to get a back screen into a down screen to get Ezel coming off of a pin down screen to catch and shoot the basketball, or get McKelvey off a back screen. Let's see if they go to that type of set that they've run pretty consistently here throughout the tournament.
Jeremy Moore wiping up a little wet spot on the floor after his team breaks the huddle. 48-44 Cougars. Outscoring Franklin 25-11 in the second half. They were down 10 at the break if you're just tuning in. This is a region semifinal game. The winner moves on and has 1 shot at a state tournament. Next week it's sub-state. The loser has their season come to an end.
Tried to set up a back door there for Ezel. Tried to get Xander on a back door. Didn't work. We get a foul call.
Yep, it's on Kaiser, his 3rd. It's in the bonus now for Centennial. However, if you're the Admirals, Kenai Johnson is a guy you would prefer to foul. 46% free throw shooter. And he's got it.
He didn't look like a 45% shooter on that shot. The release was great. Great backspin on the shot. Great confidence there to step up and make the shot for the senior.
Phenomenal wide receiver and defensive back in football. Two-sport standout. A 4-year contributor in basketball for Centennial. And he got them both. Boy, calm, cool, collected right there. And it's a 2-possession game with a 6-point lead.
Big shots by him right there. Big free throws.
Kaiser for 3. They need it. They didn't get it. Long rebound. Tapped out accidentally by Brown. And it's Centennial ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's exactly the shot they wanted coming off the high ball screen. Kaiser's been so good about getting to the paint, creating help, and then finding Brown. But I can understand he wants that momentum, wants the big 3. Didn't come up with it right here. So now Franklin's got to extend their pressure and get up on the basketball.
Ezel will inbound. McKelvey is a good free throw shooter. He's going to have the ball as much as he can here. Patton's a good free throw shooter as well. Ezel, same thing. Now back to Johnson, and Johnson gets fouled again. So Franklin's going to play the odds here that Johnson will not knock down a couple, as he so calmly did about 30 seconds ago.
As you just said, the scouting report says that's who you're going to foul because of the great free throw shooters that they have on the floor. But obviously he's 2 for 2. He's coming with some confidence from the last possession.
Kenai Johnson got it again. Boy, these look pure. Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. Centennial now up by 7 with 90 seconds left.
You know, seniors are big in tournament time, and that's what you're seeing right now for Centennial. These guys are stepping up. Kenai Johnson going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Great time out there by Coach Moore. Wants to set the defense. What are we getting ready for up 8? Doesn't want to do something silly. Wants to make sure they're prepared on the defensive end.
Boy, the Cougars are feeling it right now. 90 long seconds left, but they are on the brink of a big-time upset.
Yeah, from a coach's standpoint right now, you know your guys are playing well. You want to remind them you got to finish the ball game. The game is not over. Timeouts are going to be made. Free throws have to be. Fouls are going to happen. Reminding your players you have to finish. You can't just go, well, we're up 8. And just ease into it. Franklin's a good team. They've won 25 games for a reason. You know they're going to make a shot. They're going to get up and pressure. You've got to remind your guys, what are we going to do? If they score, we're in press offense. Who's got it out? Who's going to get it? You got to make sure you got to deep passes here. You can't make long passes and be sloppy with the basketball.
Now, offensively for Franklin, how are you approaching this? Because Brown is obviously their best weapon, but they also need 3s.
Yeah, I think right now with 90 seconds to go, you've got time. I think you've got to make sure you get Brown a touch into the post, see how they're going to guard him. If they double and you've got guys open on the perimeter, then you can kick it out from 3-point shooters because they've got guys that have been making shots. But otherwise, you still got to play through Brown. You got a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play, too, with Brown getting to the rim and being physical.
When Franklin was hitting those 3-point shots in the first half, it's been different in the second half. Getting outscored right now, 29-11. Down by 8, their ball, 90 seconds left, got to go. Kaiser couldn't get it to Jarrett. Now Brown comes to get it.
Got to get to your left hand right here. Get him some space.
Newborn got to get one up. He got some freedom. Missed the shot, though. Brown, the rebound. Brown throws it up. Air ball. Centennial ball. And a foul on Xander Johnson. It will send Patton to the line.
Got a great shot, right? They kind of some motion, got a ball screen. He came off and got a great open look. Brown runs it down. Probably a little bit of just frustration and a little bit of urgency setting in. He just let one go from the corner.
Daniel Patton, 78% free throw shooter. Standout junior for Centennial, trying to help them ice this thing. Up 9. They were down 10 out of halftime.
Once again, what they did in the second half was maintain the pace. You recognize Franklin's not used to taking all those threes, and obviously you've seen it flip in the second half here. Now Franklin's really got it. They got to get a bucket. First open look that they can get, they'll take.
Kaiser, the drive, the 2.
Brown can't foul right there.
McKelvey up to Zerker. He missed the layup. Kenai Johnson comes in to try to rebound it, and it got knocked out of bounds, or they call a jump ball, I think.
They did. I don't know if he wouldn't recognize who went out. Franklin's got to go right here. They're getting it in quick. Once again, take the first score you can get.
Eddie Jarrett can't get it down. Newborn saves it. Brown misses another three. Franklin just cannot buy a three down the stretch. And Xander Johnson will foul Carter Ezell.
Yeah, the reality starting to set in for Franklin right there. Like you said, not being able to convert some open shots here in the second half has created more and more pressure on that next shooter. Centennial right now feeling great about where they are.
Franklin's been a top 10 team all year in 4A, so this is not a disrespect of Centennial when I say this. It is a respect of Franklin. This is a massive upset that is on the brink right now.
Correct. Big time upset right here. You see that Centennial, obviously 2 missed free throws right there. Great steal by Patton.
Inside of 30 seconds, Riley Turner in the game for Centennial. One of their seniors gets fouled.
Well, what a change in the second half. I mean, down 10, going to the second half. Coach Moore, whatever he said at halftime, reminded his players probably to stay in terms of what are they doing from the scouting report, and that you got to continue. And like the pressure they put on, you see how many free throws they've shot. They've shot 19 free throws to 1 for Franklin. That's because they're driving the ball, getting into the paint, putting pressure on them, and it's really been a formula of success for them in the second half.
Xander Johnson just fouled out in what is looking like his final high school game. Turner gets the free throws. How about this stat? Franklin tonight at the free throw line, 0 for 1. Centennial, 16 for 20. 16 for 21. Newborn, they're down by 9. That one is short. Another miss, and there's Brown with what I think is going to be foul number 5.
Yeah, just obviously going for the rebound, got to make a play, but what a phenomenal career for Christian Brown, right? Fouling out in this game. It's unfortunate not being able to advance, but obviously such a great player. But tonight, offensively from the perimeter, they weren't making shots to give him a chance in the post, and that's devastating as a senior at this moment to lose with the success that he's had and his team's had throughout this season. But a phenomenal player, going to be an outstanding collegiate player. But it hurts right now to lose, right? That's great passion on his part, as you can see. That's because he's a winner, right? He's a winner. He's used to these moments. But tonight, it's just a tough opportunity for them. And Centennial's played phenomenal to pull out this win.
Well, the emotion is all coming out right now for Christian Brown. He has put in the time in his high school career. He was so slender and thin a couple years ago. He's put on close to 50 pounds. He's played himself and built himself into a D1 player. But if you had him fouling out in a loss in his final high school game in a region semi, you're in a party of 1.
Correct. Nobody would have thought about that. But give credit to Centennial right here. The second half, really pace, tempo. What an excitement for this crew.
The Centennial Cougars have pulled off the upset. Down 10 at the half. They win by 10 at Franklin to end the Admirals season. And now the Cougars are 1 win away from the state tournament. The Cougars are moving on. Back with you here at Franklin High School, where Centennial has pulled off the upset of the Admirals. A 56-46 win for the Cougars here at Franklin. 4th meeting of the year for the two teams. Franklin won the first 3, but with the season on the line tonight, it went to the Cougars. And let's take a look at tonight's Sonic drive of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. So much to choose from. Daniel Patton with a big night. And it's his step through and layup around Christian Brown that is our Sonic drive of the game. Patton ended up with 18 points, including 8 of 10 at the free throw line as the Cougars take down Franklin. Let's go to the Josh Houston and Associates Coach's Corner and catch up with the head coach. Josh Houston and Associates is your one source scholastic product experience. And Kevin Maggard is with Jeremy Moore and the Cougars. And let's take a look at tonight's Sonic Player of the Game while we reconnect here in a second with Kevin. Live free, eat Sonic. Daniel Patton, there was the drive of the game, and he is tonight's Sonic Player of the Game. Blocked by Patton, 18 points, couple of threes, 8 of 10 at the line. He had a couple of assists. You saw the block there. He also had 3 steals. And he has led Centennial to quite an upset tonight as they pick up their 19th win of the year overall. And this one, the biggest one. They will get Independence in this gym on Thursday for the region title and a chance to go to sub-state after that to try to knock down the door to the state championship. Let's try to rejoin Kevin and Jeremy Moore. Yeah, we're working through some technical difficulties here trying to connect with Kevin and Jeremy Moore. And the Cougars, you can see them in the middle of your screen all huddled up as they are celebrating a big win in this region semifinal. Independence beat Nolensville earlier tonight, and Centennial down 10 at halftime. Ended up outscoring Franklin 33-13 in the second half to win by a final score of 56-46. And
yeah, it's got me now.
There we go. I think we got you, Kevin. Let's try it again, Kevin, with Jeremy Moore. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach Moore, outstanding job advancing to the region championship. Talk about what changed in the second half for your team. What made that opportunity for you guys to win?
Yeah, I thought we just stayed the course. You know, we haven't had quit in us all year. We had some adversity early on in our season, and we've really done a good job of just believing in what we do. And, you know, I told them we finished our practice number 79 last night. So let's do what we've done 79 times. And, you know, I thought the first half Franklin made, I don't know what they shot from the floor, but it had to be really high. So we knew we had to get some stops. And once we get stops, we're able to play a little bit in transition. And we think that's playing to our strengths.
Yeah, I really thought your pace of play in the second half, even though they shot over 60% from threes, you maintained it and stuck to your principles that you want to play fast. And I really thought that paid off for you guys.
Yeah, you know, once we get in a rhythm, our offense is a rhythmic game. And, you know, you get stops and you get a flow to you and a pace to you. And we've got really good players, and they're talented and they're unselfish. So, you know, I thought that if we could ever get going, we're going to be fine. You just worry about when's that going to be.
It was a great job of sticking to that. Now you're advancing to the region championship. You got Independence on Thursday. Thoughts about that? I know you're going to enjoy tonight, but thoughts about the region championship?
Yeah, you know, they're the defending state champions, so you got to give them a lot of respect. They've beaten us twice on the season, and to be honest, I haven't thought 1 second about it till you mentioned it. So, you know, we'll try to get a good game plan together and go. That's a fun game to play in because, you know, you're guaranteed a sub-state game. So sometimes that region final is a little bit better game than this one because the nerves are gone a little bit. So we're looking forward to it.
Go get ready for practice number 80 and get ready for the region championship. Jeff, back to you.
All right, thank you. And you heard Jeremy Moore there at the end talking exactly why tonight is so different than the next couple games. All the drama was in tonight, and Centennial rallies with a huge second half to take down Franklin 56-46. All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners, Sonic, South College, Bart Durham Injury Law, and UA Local 572, who through their contributions to the program make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsor supporters for their contributions to our 2025 high school hoops telecast, Tennessee Homebuyers, Josh Houston and Associates, and we'd especially like to thank tonight's participating schools and their administrators for their great support. Centennial High School, Franklin High School, and our host for this region semifinal, Franklin High School. That'll do it for our broadcast tonight. For Kevin Maggard and our wonderful crew, led by Steve Mann, Lee Scott, Travis Porterfield, it's Jeff Hem signing off. Again, the final, Centennial 56, Franklin 46. Thank you for being with us all season long on Sonic High School Hoops, presented by South College on MyTV 30.
It's me against that world, cause the world seems to be against me. I'm rolling. And they ain't gonna roll over me cause I'm going. Taking everything that I see and that's sold to me, you know it. You know that I'm gonna rise above, I'm showing. The word that I was put here to do